Welcome back to the Author of the Buzz podcast. I'm your host, Mark Will, and I'm gonna just get straight into it, man. The first round of playoffs been pretty. I'm not gonna say unpredictable, but I'm gonna say pretty surprising to me with some of the series and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna jump right into it, man. Right into it because I know that biggest topic is the Lakers. Lakers lose in the first round to the Phoenix Suns in six as Devin Booker drops 40 plus. Just came out there straight was a killer. He took this game serious. He took this game as it was a game seven and said, we're not going back to Phoenix. We're going to end this here. And man, 47 points from Dan Booker, man, had some Kobe in him. And I know you spoke about it after the game, and I know you tweeted out be legendary. But man, that boy's a killer. He came out there straight, aggressive, attack AD, and they knew AD was hurt. They knew he wasn't 100%. They knew he was even 7%. So they came out there attacking from the beginning. And unfortunately, AD re-injured his groin. And like I said from the beginning of the game, before the game even started, I don't know why they was playing him. I believe they should have just rested him for this game. They lost anyway. I didn't see them winning with him because it's not the AD we going to see. We're not going to see this top seven player AD. We wasn't going to see that. He's not 100%. And unfortunately, he re-injured his groin, so that sucks. I mean, LeBron had I'm gonna say a great game in his turn. Either his efficiency was a little bit off, 29, 9 and 7. Like he had a pretty good game. But this is what we saw. We saw OH hit LeBron. We saw Father Time finally attacking LeBron. And I know some people waiting for a long time to see that, man. We see it for a long time to see LeBron hit that OH where he can't perform as he did, and he still had an amazing game. But we saw him a couple times kind of afraid, well, I need some minutes. I need some rest. Usually LeBron would play the 48 minutes. He would play the whole game, but he just couldn't. Like that OA is really attacking him. And plus at this age he really shouldn't be playing 40 plus minutes a game. It's like it's gonna cause even more injuries. I know the Lakers season had been hit with injuries after injury after injury, like the whole season, missing AD for some games, missing LeBron for some games, missing I think KCP missed some games. Like they've really been injured. They've been really an injured team this year. And it just sucks to see, It sucks to see that LeBron first loss in the first round come like this. It comes after this so much injured season that is unfortunate. But I gotta give the Suns credit. I can't just keep saying, "Oh, the Lakers injured, Lakers injured, Lakers injured." They still could have lost this game. They still could have just folded on the blink and say, "Oh, we got this," and folded. But no, they came out here, especially Dan Book, and said, "We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this, and we will get ourselves prepared for the next round." We not gonna get them no more chances. We're not gonna let them come back to Phoenix. We're not gonna let them believe that they have a chance to beat us. We're gonna end this and we're gonna end it right here. And I'm glad they came out with that fire. I'm glad they came out with a sense of urgency and say, "This is our game time. We really need to end this." And that was amazing, man. Devin Booker, like I said, had an amazing game. Crowder had an amazing game. Crowder been huge this season. Not just offensively, but also defensively too. Aiden, in my opinion, I'm so proud of Aiden. He had a really good series, man. Even though like AD was injured, but like even that first game set the tone for the Phoenix Suns for the whole series. He came out and dominated in the paint. And like, he's on the stage of like Luka, Trey Young, even his partner Devin Booker, JT. He's not on the stage at that. He's still one of those young guys that people really had a lot of doubt in and say, can he take his game to the next level? And he proved that he can. He came and performed on the biggest stage against the defending champs. And that's not a lot of things young guys can do. And I'm so proud that he really stepped up his game. And he had an amazing series in my book. And one thing, congratulations to Monty Williams for his first playoff. I believe this is his first playoff series win. And he's been such an amazing coach. He's my coach of the year. I know Tom Thibodeau probably gonna win it just because of the way the Knicks built, the way what they came from. and everything. But Monty Williams, I think he is my coach of the year. He started coaching them around last year about the bubble time. Came there, they went 8-0. And that's right there. You could see his coaching. His coaching impacted them from the get-go, from right there. And I knew this team was going to be a playoff team. I didn't know this team could be this good. I knew Chris Paul was going to elevate this team to a playoff team. I didn't know they was going to be this good. And I don't feel like people get Monty Williams enough credit for that. People credit Chris Paul for a lot of things why the Suns are where they are, because they saw what he did with OKC. They saw what he did with James Harden his first year around. Their first year together, and it's just that leadership from Chris Paul really could take teams to the next level, and that's what a lot of these young guys needed. They needed a guy like Chris Paul, a veteran, and not just a veteran, a person that got so much IQ for the game of basketball. He helped these young guys flourish so easily. Like Devin Booker probably scored his 47 the easiest he could have. He probably easily could have, and I'm not taking his shot creation ability or his shot making ability, but that's also got the Chris Paul and his own coach. He's the own coach, and his communication and his IQ of the game. It really made Devin Booker game just easy for him and stuff like that. Especially when you got guys like Dennis Schroeder guarding you, KCP who just coming back from injury. They switched on Kyle Kuzma onto Marcus Moore. That's like Marquise Moore. That's like that's barbecue chicken. That's easy points. That's easy points for him, man. And I'm just so proud of seeing the Suns, because a lot of people had them losing in the first round. A lot of people just had them, just ran them off and say they just a phony team. They just a regular season team. They got a young guys, no playoff experience except for Chris Paul, basically. And they did it. It was like even though the Lakers are injured, we still have to give the Phoenix Suns credit. We just have to. We can't just keep saying, "Oh, the Lakers are injured. We should be different." I mean, the series would be different if AD was 100% healthy, or even LeBron was 100% healthy, or they whole team, for example, would be 100%. Probably we would have this series if LeBron and AD would have never got hurt. LeBron and AD probably be a top 4 team right now, top 4 seed, and we probably would never had a series to like the second round. But we gotta give credit to the Phoenix Suns for what they did, And I see a lot of people come out of Draymond now for what he said a couple years ago, but he was right a couple years ago. They was wasting Devin Booker's career because they was not putting quality pieces around him. I mean, they drafted Ayton, they drafted Cam Johnson, they drafted Mikal Bridges, but it's the veterans that really took the team to the next level, as in Jay Crowder, Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, the tank master. Cameron Payne, man, I'm so glad for this dude. Going from team to team, G League to G League, he just couldn't find consistent plays. He really became a quality role player, not just a person you just plug in and they give you a few minutes. That's good and everything. No, he really became a key role player for this team. And that's really good. Not a lot of people just come from being a bust or being a horrible player to be on this level. And and not only he did it in the playoffs. And I'm proud of campaign and stuff like that. Even though he did shoot 1 for 8, the whole series he's pretty good. But these young guys can't play. Cam Johnson, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges. These young guys came to play. These young guys came to play, man. And they was not going to let the Lakers they was not going to let the Lakers win the game. Even when the game was coming closer, 13-point game, 10-point game, it was around that range. You like, oh, the Lakers LeBron about to put the team in his back. But nope. Devin Booker said, nope. Not this year. Not this year, LeBron. Not this year. And that was just really good to see. I'm not trying to become a Lakers hater because I am a Celtics fan. But I do love LeBron. I like LeBron and stuff like that. But you could tell that this game was never going to be close from the get-go. from the get go. It started off 14-5, just straight to the point. That boy got straight to the point, man. From the beginning, he got straight to the point. And congratulations to the Phoenix Suns. And now, where do we go for this for the Lakers? Where do we go from this for the Lakers? I don't know. Because we got Schroeder is a free agent. I think Montrezl free agent. They didn't really utilize Montrezl Harrell and stuff like that. Caruso free agent. Most of them guys probably gonna be back and stuff like that. But where do we go from this? Where do the Lakers go from this? Because their depth is it's decent, but their depth is still bad. It's not really amazing. Like when AD got hurt, they didn't have nobody to come in and put 20 up for you. They had nobody to replace that. You don't gotta replace AD. All you gotta do is just when you replacing the player of that magnitude, you just want to put up at least 70-60% of what he puts up, and they just got nobody like that. They really thought Kyle Kuzma. They thought Kyle Kuzma was going to be that guy, but he's not. He's just not that guy. And I want to be surprised if LeBron goes to Rob Pelinka to have a long conversation over some dinners, and they come and talk to each other and say, what do we need to do to get this team back on track? Because right now, as this team is built, this team is not a championship team. And I know, they just won a championship with this team, dumbass. Yeah, that's true. But I think teams just getting better and better. Look at the Utah Jazz. They getting better. Phoenix Suns, they getting better. Dallas Mavericks, they're going to keep building on to their team getting better and better. Luka is already borderline top 5 player, if not already a top 5 player in the league already. And he's only 23, 22. That's insane. Portland, I'm going to get to Portland later. Clippers probably going to get better. And we just going to move on from there. Like, all the Memphis going to get better. Golden State getting Klay Thompson back. And so all these teams getting better while the Lakers just getting older and older. So what we going to do? Are we going to try to make a trade for an all-star, Bradley Beal, for example? I don't know if that's possible. Or trade, just try to get another star in there that could put up, that could score. They was one of the best defensive teams this year, but they couldn't score. They not an elite offensive team. They just can't score. Outside LeBron and AD, who knows give you consistently 20 points per game? And that's nobody. Nobody else on their team give you consistently points. And they may not need that. I think they need it. I think they need another offensive talent and stuff like that. So I gotta see what they do in this all season and say, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to get back on track? Because LeBron's only getting older. LeBron 36, he'll be 37. He's just getting older and older. And we kind of saw Father Time start poking him. Start punching him. Start giving him a little bit of his. Not really giving him the knockout. Start actually connecting with his punches. So I don't know where we move on from there, man. I don't know where the Lakers move on from there. And I'm assuming they going to be going out there pretty much another star player pretty hard and using some of the young guys like Kuzma, Caruso, and all them other cats and try to make a trade. And also probably KCP. Try to move some of them guys to get a certified star on the team. Because right now, I don't believe this team is built to win a championship. And that's just my opinion. But that's what I want to say about the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers. Phoenix Suns versus Denver should be a good series, man. Should be a good series. Let's see how Jokic continue this MVP season he's been having, and he rightfully so should be MVP. And while we talking about Denver, let's get right into Denver versus Portland. Denver versus Portland was an amazing game. It was a good game. It was a really good game, and I don't know. I feel like I'm the only person in the world disappointed by the Trailblazers. I picked them at 6 to beat the Denver Nuggets, and maybe I was sleeping on the Nuggets others way too much, way too hard, because like I'm like Portland, two elite guards, especially when it comes to scoring. Two elite guards that come to scoring. They don't really got no guard defense. Really got no defense at the guard position, and they really got no defense at all. They're decently defensive team, but they really got no amazing defensive players on their team. Let's say they're Portland's a horrible defensive team. They really got to do something to fix that. But like, I'm like, okay, Lillard and McCollum should eat the series. Lillard did. Lillard ate this series, but McCollum, he fell short some couple of games, man. He fell short a couple of games. He only averaged 20 points per game this season. I mean, not this postseason, and that's dropping off about 3 points when he did in the regular season. His efficiency was down, but his minutes was up. So McCollum and CJ, McCollum and Dame was supposed to eat this whole series. Dame did his part, but McCollum didn't. And then that's sad to see because there's been Dame Lillard's career. First round exit, second round exit, made it to the conference finals once, and once they got swept in, and that was without Durant. That was just all Curry. So they really gotta do something. They really gotta do something to this team, and I think it's time to blow it up. I think it's finally time to blow up this Portland team. Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum not gonna work together. They're not gonna work together. They're not gonna win a championship. They probably never get to the conference finals ever again. This should be the last game that we saw Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum team. Should be the last game. And I don't know whether you shipping out CJ or Dame. Cause Dame, he wants to be there. He wants to win a Portland championship so bad. He want to win a championship there so bad because he's so loyal to the franchise and so grateful that they drafted him and grateful that they believe in him so much. He want to win a championship so bad. Like, I don't know, man. Not that many people want to come to Portland. Dame Lillard's amazing. People would love to play with Dame Lillard. They would just rather for Dame Lillard to come to their team than they go to Portland. Nobody really want to play in Portland, and that hurts. That's hurtful. Dame Lillard has to win a championship. So do Dame Lillard finally say, you know what, I want to win a championship? Ship me out of here. Ship me to a team where I can be myself and also be in position to win a championship. Because he haven't really been in that position yet to actually be on the championship contender team. He's been on some pretty good teams, but he has not been on that level. So this been interesting to see this all season. To see what Portland going to do. They got some good pieces. I like they trade for Norm Powell. I like their acquisition of Robert Covington, Carmelo. But like, look at these guys coming off their bench. They bench they played. They got 23 minutes from Carmelo, 21 from Anthony Simons, 9 for Rondé, and that's basically it. Everybody else just played a little bit minutes. I get that it's a closeout game, so you want to give your starters as many minutes as possible. But like, look at Denver playing their bench. 12 to Paul Millsap, 23 to Jeff Green, 33 to Monte Morris, and they all was key factors. Everybody off the bench for Portland, the only key factor was probably Carmelo. Anthony Simons was decent. He hit all his shots. But like, that don't matter. That doesn't matter, man. That doesn't matter because the others for Denver played amazing. Aaron Gordon, Campazzo, Austin Rivers, Monte Morris, Michael Green. They all played amazing all season long while the others for Portland been up and down. And this team, they kick their offensive players when they don't need it. They need defense. Because they can't stop a parked car. They can't guard a parked car. Something that's not moving, they can't stop that. That's how horribly defensive they are. And they just gonna keep acquiring offensive players. and it's just not gonna make this team better. And now, when it comes to blowing it up, I don't know where you trade CJ to. Who do they get for CJ? Because the Celtics not giving no fucking Jaylen Brown for CJ. Bill for CJ? No. I'm just trying to think of guard, like other combo guards in the league. And maybe trade for a wing, like move Powell to shoot guard and trade for a wing. But like, who accepted McCollum? Who's getting paid a brick? I don't know who's making that trade for McCollum, and who can they get back for McCollum to push them into a championship team. That is not going to happen. You can pay over $26 million a year, $29 a year. So I mean, you would like to trade him. He's a free agent this year, so you would like to trade him. No, he's not a free agent. He signed a contract extension, so he's not a free agent through 2024. So, like, who gonna trade for him? Nobody gonna trade for McCollum. I mean, a lot of teams would love to have McCollum, like the Sixers, but they don't need to trade for McCollum. They're running out like Ben Simmons, McCollum. I'm losing track. I mean, TB at the Tobias Harris at the 4 and Embiid at the 5. But like, they don't need to trade for McCollum. They got their championship roster, got their championship team. I mean, they can improve on that, but I think they just get worse trading for a guy like McCollum. Who would they give up? They're not giving up Ben Simmons for McCollum. They're not giving up Tobias Harris for McCollum. I mean, you probably get Maxey, let's say Portland just go young and just like say fuck it, we were just gonna rebuild and just get rid of McCollum and CJ and just rebuild and get a lot of young guys. But I don't see Portland ever contending for a championship on a serious level until they ship out McCollum and get some real pieces around Damian Lillard. Because Denver not fully healthy. They missing Jamal Murray, and Portland is fully healthy, and they still lost in 6. They still lost in 6. And I give credit to Denver for really just having this just coming back in this game, because they was down about like 12 at one point and closing this out. Michael Porter Jr. was amazing in the first half. Kind of fell off around the second half, but was amazing in the first half. He really kept him in the game. And Jokic is Jokic. 36, 8, and 6, man. Was amazing for Jokic. He had 5 turnovers, but that's Jokic. You always take that from Jokic. And he's my MVP. Nobody really has been able to stop Jokic this year. Really been shown to even slow him down, because like, even if he's not scoring, he's still getting 10 rebounds on your head, and he's still getting 10 assists on your dome. So it's like, even when he's not scoring, he's impacting the game so many different ways, where scoring is not a key factor for him. So Denver really pulled through, and Monte Morris off the bench, 22, stepping in a role for Jamal Murray, man. He really been that dude. Stepping in that role for injured Jamal Murray. He have really been that dude. He averaging 15 off the bench in the postseason. That's really good for Monte Morris. And he's been going deep in his bag to get some of them points, man. He's been a really amazing scorer. So I don't know where Portland go back to the Portland side thing. I don't know where Portland goes from here. Do they retool and just try to let's say replace this player with this player of equal rise, see if he fit better? Do we rebuild and get rid of all our old guys? Or do we just run it back and see we'll be lucky next year? And I don't know what they do. Luka. They're in the worst position that people realize. People really think that Portland not in a good position. They're in the worst people. They in purgatory. They right in purgatory. And that was teams do not want to be at. Teams do not want to be in purgatory. Teams do not want to be in purgatory. They don't want to be constantly, barely making the playoffs, first round exit. Oh, barely making the playoffs, first round exit. Making the playoff first. You don't want to be in that because you're not getting a good enough draft pick to draft an all-star young player or a perennial young player, and you're not bad enough. I mean, you're not good enough to contend on a championship level. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going from there. Like, it's like, where do we go on for this? I saw Lemon Litter posted something last night. It's a song lyric. How long should I stay dedicated? How long to opportunity meet preparation? And we can say that much of different ways. Like him staying dedicated to the Portland or him staying dedicated to the game. Like we could take that a lot of different ways. And I don't know where do the Portland Trailblazers go on from here. We don't know where they going from here. We just hope that Dame Lillard win a championship. I'm really rooting for him to win a championship. Him like CP3, Russ, for them to really win a championship. And I just don't see it from here. I just don't see them winning a championship. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, man. And it's just going to be like that until I think they just trade. I think Dame got to just get out of there. You got to get him out of Portland to win a championship because he's not going to win a championship in Portland. And that sucks. And before I go, I want to dive a little bit into Mavericks versus Clippers. I'm not gonna stay too long. If they do play tonight, today is June the 4th, 2021. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but Clippers versus Mavericks been an interesting season. No home team won. Every road team won. Clippers lost their first two at home, and Mavericks lost their first two at home. And then Mavericks come back to beat the Clippers on their home court. Dude, is that how the series gonna go? If that how the series go, that means Mavericks gonna win in 7. They lose tonight, and then they win in LA. And that right there, Mavericks beating the Clippers is gonna change the whole league around more than people realizes. Like, who would want to play with the Clippers after they are coming first on exit? I wouldn't. I mean, you want to play with Kawhi and Paul George, like they get destroyed by 23, 22-year-old and Luka Doncic. Get absolutely outclassed, outplayed by Luka. He just killing them. It's like who's ever on me, I'm killing them. And I tweeted out a couple days ago about how soft the Los Angeles Clippers are. Like this switch defense is not going to work. It don't work, man. It's not working. It's never going to work. It's never ever going to work. And they just keep doing it. Kawhi Leonard, at this point, you gotta push through the screens, fight through the screens. If it leads to an easy bucket for Luka, so fucking be it. Let it be. But you gotta fight through the screen because he just keep getting Reggie Jackson get on him. Patrick Barry get on him. Marcus Morris get on him. Rondo get switched on to him. Terrence Mann gets switched on to him. And he just licking his fingers at that point. That's easy buckets for him. Kawhi and Paul gotta fight through these screens. It's not like, and we get going. It's like it's no point. There's no point in fighting through now because he's just gonna cook you. He keeps spinning it. You gotta set the tone from the beginning and say, I'm gonna guard you and I'm not gonna let nobody else guard you. I'm gonna get out here, I'm going to attack this boy. I'm gonna destroy this man mentally. And they don't do that. They just let the screen. They let Tim Hardaway come up and set a screen for a switch. For Tim Hardaway. Push Tim Hardaway small ass. But nope, they just switch. They love to switch defense nowadays, and this is the reason why they down 3-2. Ty Lue is Ty Lue is showing us why he's not an amazing coach. He's showing us why he's just not that coach. He's just not showing us. And unfortunately they probably gonna lose in the first round. I don't have no faith in them winning. I had them beating the Mavericks in 6, but I don't anymore. I don't. Well, you can't. It's impossible now. But like, I don't see them being in Mavericks. I think the Mavericks close out tonight at home, and it's just gonna sucks to see, man. This probably be one of the most failed teams. I'm not gonna say team. I'm gonna say failed duos. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George probably be one of the most failed duos in NBA history. I don't know what other duo failed this badly. As in, Paul George not a top 10 player no more. And Kawhi, and I said this before the beginning. If Kawhi loses the first round, I don't think he's a top 7 player no more. I already have Jokic over him. I already had Luka over him. LeBron, KD, Curry, Giannis. I already have all them guys over him if he loses in the first round. I just wouldn't want to have him. I'd rather have them guys over him. And we could go keep going down the list. Like we would have Embiid over him, Dame Lillard over him. And I think it stopped at that point because I already had him over Dame. I don't know too much about Embiid, but like I think he just dropped out the top 5 for me. And that's tough to see. And same for going for Paul George. Paul George, I think he's not a top 20 player if he loses this series. Even though them two had both been, I'm saying all this they all both have been playing really good this series. Not in the clutch, they fucking ass in the clutch, but they've been playing pretty good this year. I mean this year and also this postseason, and we might see both of the LA teams just go in the first round. And like, it's nothing they can do. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Cause they getting their others to play. They just can't stop Jokic. They bench is actually pathetic. They just can't stop. I said Jokic. They just can't stop Denver. I mean not Denver. Oh my fucking gosh. They just can't stop Luka. They can't stop Luka. Once Luka just get one other person going, it's GG's. Like they was doing a pretty good job on Tim Hardaway. It was just Luka just doing all the points and nobody else. And then they let Tim Hardaway get above 20. I never saw a win like this where only two guys are above double digits, while Clippers have 5 players over double. Y'all still lose. Like they were saying on NBA on TNT, inside the NBA, they were saying, I think Shaq was saying it. They got to come to a conclusion where they either go let Luka have it all and they're going to shut down everybody else, or where they're going to try their best to shut down Luka and force everybody else to step up. They try to do both of those things. So they're going to try to stop everybody. You just can't do that when you got a player like Luka on your team. You just can't do that. So that's it for me. And with the Clippers and Lakers. I'm not Clippers and Lakers. Clippers and Mavericks. And they might lose tonight. I had them lose tonight, and that's just gonna be sucks to see the both of the LA. Not sucks to see. Cause a lot of people would go love to see both of the LA teams out, but it's teams like this that just fail on a championship level. Just losing the first round. It's hilarious to me. And I'm really copy Luka, man, cause he's one of my favorite players in the league, probably second favorite behind Steph Curry. And it's just amazing to see a talent like this. I mean a talent like this on this amount of talent, top 5 potential. Not just sitting today. I'm talking about all time. He got top 5 potential all time. And he because what he doing at such a young age and beating guys that was top 10 players and just handed it to him. Just completely handed it to him. it's just been amazing to see, man. You don't really see this many generational talents have top 5 potential. That's probably gonna be it for After the Buzzer podcast. Man, we had a good show. We had a good show, and there's really nothing else to talk about outside of the East side of things. Philly and Atlanta gonna be an interesting season. Can Trae Young take his game to the next level and push past Philly? I don't see it. And Brooklyn and Milwaukee will be amazing series. I wish we saw this in the conference instead of semis, but it'll be an amazing series. I can't wait to see that. And you know what? We all sneak peek next episode. Next episode, I'm going to dive into the East a little bit. I am going to dive into the East, not a little bit, a lot of bit. That'll probably be the top for the next episode. I'm always going to talk about the Celtics because they are my team. So I gotta mention them and about their moves, especially to move Danny Ainge retirement and Brad Stevens to GM, who could be the Celtics next head coach. What the Celtics are going to do this offseason to go back to being a championship team. It's going to be real interesting. But you know what? Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying this long. And thank you for being patient with the podcast. I know I haven't uploaded in months. It's just been difficult to do with the pandemic going on. The pandemic starting to like ease up and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get my life back on track. I am. My life is back on track, and I hopefully can get this podcast out way more consistently than I ever had before. Way more, because I'm talking about weekly, one episode a week, man. Try to get to that stage, and we go from one episode a week to one episode every Monday and Friday, one episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, one episode every day. Try to get to that point. But thanks again for listening to the podcast. Thank you for staying this long. And you know, you can go down, comment below about the feedback on how I about the mic and stuff like that. Oh, just talk about the part. Just talk about the topics I said in this episode. So, you know, give me your opinions on the Lakers, the Portland Trailblazers, the Clippers, in the comment below. And make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm out. See you.